Big energy. Hit it.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋。Hello， 我很喜欢冰淇淋。电视，速度与激情就冰淇淋。
Anyways, today we're going to be getting into some Thanksgiving Reddit stories. And I know this is going to be posted however many days after Thanksgiving, but
too fucking weird.
You'll be okay. TLDR, my uncle fesses up to sleeping with my other uncle's wife and kid from another marriage. TOMT video, man talking to dead relatives in urns on Thanksgiving Day. As the title says, this video shows a man walking through his house on Thanksgiving Day, or maybe Christmas, talking to his dogs and family members. You got your dog cremated?
What the dog doing?
The twist is that they are all dead and he puts pictures of them next to their urns. At the end, he goes to the kitchen garage and talks with his mom and tells her to quit smoking because it's bad for her health. It's a really sad video and I can't find it anymore. I can't remember if it was from Vine or TikTok. That shit would be crazy if it was on Vine. That's like 6 seconds of a dude just walking around talking to his dead family members in urns. Also, who cremates their dogs? If anything, you gotta get them bitches taxidermied. Just sit them up. Sit them up in your fucking house. Just. This is a long ass story, so I just cut it down to the parts I really want. Now, my wife is a nurse for the same hospital, but she works in labor and delivery. Between babies being born left and right and people coming into the ER, we hadn't had a chance to take a break together as we try to do every shift. So when she called, I figured it was to say she wanted to meet up for a bite to eat in the cafeteria. When I answered, I heard in the background a male voice screaming profanities in the background to my wife, who was fluent in Spanish, trying to calm this guy down. She told me that the pager wasn't working and they needed a security stat. I quickly hung up and called for security, told my fellow nurses what was going on, and ran for labor delivery. When I ran almost square smack dab into this visibly angry man. He wasn't huge, but bro definitely worked out and not at the gym. He was covered in prison tattoos and he was obviously a banger. A banger? What the hell's a banger? Was he like fucking? He looked like he fucks? Is that what a banger is? He was obviously a banger. I worked out regularly, but I knew this guy could kick my ass. He looked at me, gave me this sick grin, and started heading towards me, sprouting off in Spanish. I don't speak fluent Spanish, but what I can understand scared the living shit out of me. I'm backing up as fast as I can. I start buzzing the door to the ER frantically for them to let me in. This guy literally is a foot away from me and the door opens. I'm pulled into safety by a doctor. Gangbanger. That's what that means. Punches the door a few times, makes a dragging sign across his throat while grinning at us both. Next thing I know, the police rush into the corridor he's in, and it takes 2 police officers and 2 cops to subdue this dude. I finally make it to my wife, who thankfully was shaken up but unhurt. She explained to me what happened. A young girl, only 14 years old, came in. High fever, vomiting, distended belly. The banger claimed that he was her brother and that he needed to cut her open to get her baby. They did an ultrasound, and to their horror, they realized that she wasn't pregnant, she had Homeboy freaked out when they informed him his sister needed emergency surgery, and no, he wasn't getting his drugs. Thankfully, the girl survived, but the sad thing is she will be going to most likely be deported once she recovers. Holy shit, bro. They took the drugs out, and they said, we don't need you anymore, and then they're gonna just send you back. They gonna keep the drugs, but they gonna send you back. That's crazy, bro. So the gangbanger who wants to kill me, let's never meet again. My grandma and grandpa just delivered me Thanksgiving meal because they aren't having anyone over. And they sent a fucking picture, bro. Oh my god. How many of these do you think they sent out looking exactly like that? Like, they definitely packed this like it was food for homeless people. They packed that shit exactly the same way, exactly small portion sizes. You know that last person, the last plate that they packed, they got a little bit less than everyone else because, you know, they were running low. My uncle was trying to teach his new dog to be a bird dog. He also had no idea what he was doing. She wasn't getting it. He shot it once. That's not what it said. He shot one and it fell somewhere shallow on the water on the edge of the pond. She sat and looked at him. He stripped down to his underwear, jumped into the knee-deep frigid pond and picked up a dead bird in his mouth to show her what she was God damn. Then he proceeded to come over to Thanksgiving dinner and tell everyone about it. Did he put his clothes back on, or? She never became a good hunting dog. She was just a great couch nabber. Holy shit. My mom and stepdad had a full-out war about stepdad's infidelity. He raised me since I was 3. At stepdad's parents' house, you can call him by his name. At Brenner's parents' house, my older sister got into the argument. His mother completely defended him. My mom, sister, and 2 brothers left after he told me he never loved me. I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, I can tell you who he wasn't thankful for this Thanksgiving.
You need to leave!
Your dad and your stepdad don't love you.
Oh, brother.
I got my head stuck in the door and ended up oiling my head with the grease from the turkey to get it out. It was a funny episode. That was pretty funny. Like every extended family, mine has always been a little off. Family gatherings always proved to be a combination of hilarious and disturbing, and this one was no different. Our day followed as such. Within 15 minutes of arriving, a cousin started making suicide threats. My aunt was freaking the fuck out in the kitchen. Other cousin was so hungover he was nearly incapacitated. Supply gathering involved grabbing things from a neighbor's house. They happened to be gone for the weekend, and we know where they leave their doors unlocked. Oh, okay. Your neighbor definitely read this and was like, well, that's where all our fucking paprika went. The goddamn neighbors took it. Then 3 sugar-hyped cousins showed up and started causing havoc. What put it over the top was when my aunt decided to lead the cousins into committing a crime against the neighbors. She gathered us together with the words, now children, follow me, strongest ones first. Did she put you in the front? That's all I want to know. Were you like leading the charge? Because I mean, if not, that's just kind of embarrassing for you. Then proceeded to lead us into the woods, where she explained the plan. All in all, not as bad as some years, but still not as bad as some years. What you be doing other years, bruh? Y'all be attacking the Capitol, being like, well, I guess we gotta go over there and rob the neighbor's house. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know, not as crazy as some other stuff we've done, but you know. Grandpa died at the Thanksgiving dinner one year. He got up from the table for dessert and collapsed from a heart attack. Stop laughing. That's not funny. That's not funny to think about Grandpa just getting up from the Thanksgiving table and just... Since I was 11 years old, every Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner has been cooked by me. My late mother stopped cooking when I was 11. Depression that she never got treatment for. You ruined the vibes, man. We were having fun. We were having fun talking about Grandpa dying. But then you ruined the vibes. Because now we're sad. This is like actually sad. I'm sorry for you. And if you're still making Christmas dinners every night, you're still making Thanksgiving dinners, go see someone. Maybe someone who can cook you a meal.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
My cousin made a go-kart with a Honda Civic engine in it. He let me steer while he controlled the acceleration. We were flying on a gravel road and I lost control when we launched into a tree on the side of the road. Hospital visits for both of us. Some concussions, a broken finger, and some crazy bruising. Oh, and a sore behind from my cousin after my uncle found out he was speeding with me and not being strapped in. What'd your uncle do? What'd your uncle do to you after he found out? What's your "my family is so crazy" Thanksgiving Day story? It's every Thanksgiving, man, because they don't add any seasoning to the turkey. They just cook it straight up. Oh my God. All right. We're done. We're actually done. That one, we're done. See you in the next one. You actually just eat the turkey straight up? How have you been living, bro? How has your white ass redneck family been living all these years?